Plenty of great food in this area. Soi 135, affectionately known as Little Arabia. You'll find all kinds of great Middle Eastern food, hotels, coffee shops, all for the Middle Eastern tourists. Here's the corner of Soi 5. They got a McDonald's, and just, I don't know, 50 feet away on the left is a Foodland. I believe it's open 24 hours. They have a pretty good lunch counter. You're not going to get anything fancy, but a pretty good cafeteria style meal for $3. And there's the Foodland. The lunch counter is right to the right when you walk in. And they never close, 366 days a year. I guess they're counting leap years. And right on the corner over there where that gas station is, you just go a half a block up, you're at Soi 4 in the Nana Plaza. That big street on this side is Soi 3. This is Soi 3/1, which is all closed up right now at 10 in the morning. You come through here at midnight and this place is just going crazy. You wouldn't know if you were in Bangkok or the middle of Iraq. Just everybody hanging out with the hookahs and coffee and dancing, partying. And once again, great Middle Eastern food. Look like they use these big propane tanks for a lot of the kitchens. I popped back out on the busy Soi 3. Here's the broom man. There's the Embassy of Pakistan in this capital city of Bangkok. You'll find there must be dozens and dozens of embassies. I know down the street on the right, I don't think it's the Embassy of Japan. I think it's the ambassador's residence. And I've got to get across this chaos to head over in between Soi 1 and 3 to Bumrungrad Hospital. Luckily they have one of the few stoplights around. Still, stoplight or not, you really have to watch the motorbikes. They just come out of nowhere. And oftentimes they're going the wrong way up the street. So look both ways. Now this is one of the nicest hospitals probably in Southeast Asia. So they have everything here. They'll bring you right to the hospital. There's valet service, the works. This is a limousine in Thailand. These tricked out minivans, all with nice leather interior and all. Beautiful cars. Now, if you're not feeling well, there's plenty of clinics around town and, of course, more affordable options, but it's not that much more, maybe twice as much, but twice as much of a $50 bill. So it'd be $100 to come over here. Again, I'm making those numbers up, but it's not skyrocketing money unless you get into some larger procedures. Then, yeah, it could add up in a hurry here at Bumrungrad. But go over to Building B, and in the lobby, just explain to the person why you need to see a doctor, and they'll point you in whichever direction. Over here is the emergency room. You just don't go walking straight into the emergency room. So start off in the lobby of Building B, and maybe they can send you up to the second floor, a doctor's clinic, kind of like an urgent care, and you're going to get off cheaper than going to the emergency room. Now, since this is such a large, fancy hospital, they have an international billing department, insurance department. I think it's up on the second or third floor. You can go there in the case of, I have Blue Cross. I think they work with many other companies, but they'll direct bill with Blue Cross. They'll call, tell Blue Cross what procedure you're in for, and then try to come close on what it is you need to pay for a copay. I've only been here a couple of times, one to have some stitches taken out of my head from a surfing mishap in Bali, and they came close. I think they said you're gonna pay, I don't know what it was, the equivalent of 70 US in Thai baht, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, when all was said and done, I got another bill from the hospital here. Hey, Blue Cross didn't pay whatever it was, another $9. Not that big a deal. So this young lady is your first stop. It says customer advocate. You'll walk in and then explain what's going on. In my case, I'm just trying to schedule a physical, and she'll tell you where to go. So she's sending me back over to the A building, 10th floor, I believe she said, and I'll go from there. And you're gonna see every culture in the book walking around this hospital. It's huge for what they call medical tourism. So many people come from surrounding areas thousands of miles away to get their medical care done here in Thailand, and this is one of the finer hospitals. And this is Soi 1 over here. So the hospital pretty much takes up the whole grounds between Soi 1 and 3. As you can see, everything's super clean and professional. There's no medical clinics, really. There's small clinics you can go into over here, but like in California, I'm used to going to a medical center other than a hospital. Here in Thailand, you go to the hospital, and then they determine what floor you're going to go to, if it's the emergency room or the whatever it is, the what I haven't done today, physical. There's a physical department. They call it something else, but it's a physical. And here's a Starbucks in the hospital. Downstairs they had a guy playing piano, like a Nordstrom's. And when you're coming to any hospital, any bureaucratic place, bring your patients. The first building sent me over to the second building, go up to the 10th floor insurance. 10th floor said go back to that building, go to the second floor insurance, which I should have known. That's the larger international insurance desk, so that's probably on me. And now if you don't have any insurance or you're not bothering with insurance, just come in. They'll send you straight to wherever, ear, nose, and throat. And the way it works is you'll see the nurse, see the doctor, and then go straight to the cashier. And 9 out of 10 times there's a little pharmacy right at the cashier to get any prescriptions you might need. So here I am at the One Stop Insurance Service Center. You can see they even have an Expat Liaison Center. Once again, this hospital is designed for Thais who can spend a lot of money, or expats. So I wrapped things up at the hospital, got plenty of intel. I'll go over that with you when I get to a quieter place. I'm gonna go in search of food, and I'm back on Soi 3/1, heading back towards the BTS. All right, so I'm waiting for the train here at Nana Station. Yeah, that's a great hospital. They're just so detailed that sometimes it drives you a little bit crazy. There's just 6 levels to see the doc. I'm just so used to seeing my same guy over, I don't know, the last 20 years in San Diego. It's just so easy. Where here at Bumrungrad, it's a 5-step process to get up and see the doc. You go one place, get your blood pressure done. You go to another place to register in. They put a band on your wrist like a hospital patient. On and on. It's all top-notch service. It's just a little bit excessive, I guess. But I'm doing this big, crazy physical. I've never seen a physical like this. It includes an EKG. It includes a CAT scan to check vital organs for tumors, I assume. A full hearing test, a full eyesight test. On and on and on, to the point where I knew I couldn't just get authorization. I have Blue Cross insurance. I'm a retired federal worker. I knew I just couldn't get authorization for a physical. Looking at what they call, it's a Cadillac physical. It's everything. I forget exactly what they call it, a vitology health check or something. So I called Blue Cross, and the guy said, yeah, a CAT scan is not going to fall under a physical, that's for sure. So I went to the insurance office. What little I know about insurance, and everybody is going to be different. Again, I have Federal Blue Cross. If you're a retired fireman or police officer, maybe you have something similar, a Blue Cross type situation, or another company that follows you pretty much anywhere in the world. And Bumrungrad is an approved in-network hospital. With all that said, you still have to get approved for each visit. Basically, what little I understand about insurance, and again, this is how it works for me, it might work different for you, is your insurance follows you. And in my case, I have a $30 copay to see the doc, a $40 for a specialist, $250 to go to the emergency room. So that's the same if it's in Thailand or if it's in San Diego. And that actually happened to me. I had some stitches taken out of my head, and I went to the emergency room just because it was 4 p.m. and it was too late to see a doc. So I just wanted it done. I'll pay the emergency room charge. And I ended up paying pretty much the whole bill cash, which was $130 because my insurance didn't kick in until the $250 mark. And once again, I'm not pretending to be any kind of expert on insurance. I'm not. I had Kaiser, an HMO in San Diego for the last 20-something years. It doesn't work in Thailand, so I switched over to Blue Cross, which I had 20 years ago, but I haven't had it in a long time, just so I could be covered in Thailand. And probably I heard things wrong. I was under the impression I paid 15% of whatever the bill was overseas, but I was rudely awakened that that's not how it works when I went to that emergency room and I called Blue Cross because I was thinking, no, the total bill is $150. I only owe 15% of that, whatever that is, 20-something dollars. And they were all saying, no, you owe the $150. I then found out my insurance, and maybe it'll work the same way for you, follows me. So they don't care, Blue Cross, as a U.S. insurance company, they don't care if you're going to the doctor in San Diego or Bangkok. Now, the San Diego emergency room visit is $10,000? I don't know. It's not what it cost in Bangkok. It's certainly not less than $200. Either way, I have a $250 copay. So do with that information what you will. Your insurance follows you. Find out exactly what your copays are for the doctor, a specialist, emergency room, inpatient, outpatient, surgery, on and on and on. And you're pretty much, in my case anyhow, going to pay those same fees here in Thailand. You convert it to Thai baht, of course, but even today, just kind of dumbing it down for me, she was giving it to me in dollars. You know what I mean? She was saying, well, this will cost you $50, this will cost you $200, on and on. Because I had a little talk in the billing department just to get my own head straight, trying to prepare for this fairly extensive physical. One thing that is a little bit different, and I haven't paid copays on labs or x-rays in forever because Kaiser, there isn't one. You just go pay your copay to see the doctor, and if he thinks you need to go give urine, it's the same visit, if that makes sense. But over here, labs, x-rays, these kinds of things are with a 15% copay. So if they charge, let's just keep it simple, $100 to do some labs or a CAT scan or something, I'm responsible for $15 or 15%. All of that is kind of nickel and dime. Where it really gets important is if you get in a serious accident and you're doing a long term in the hospital, or if something really goes wrong and you need to start cancer treatments and all, that's where it's really going to become important to understand your coverages. And my coverages are really good for catastrophic events. I mean, they're fine for everyday events. They're as good as they're going to be in the United States. I mean, Federal Blue Cross is a pretty good policy, so I'm not complaining at all. You just have to have an understanding of what you got, and if you don't have anything you can bring over here, well, I seriously suggest you get a Thai policy. I don't have a link to Pacific. Is it Pacific Cross? I know a lot of people kind of send people that way. I think they have an affiliate program, but I'm sure it's a fine company. My buddy has that product. He's a younger guy. He's certainly not retired from the United States. I think he's in his 30s. And I think he told me he pays about $250 a month and has excellent coverage. So that's not a bad idea, not a bad way to go. I pay under $250 a month, but again, I'm stuck with the U.S. copays. I think his copays are more on a Thai cycle, and things are just going to be a little bit more affordable. Now, then again, his Thai insurance probably is going to be a little more difficult to use if he is out traveling in the U.S., wherever, where my policy is pretty much worldwide accepted. I ran up a couple of train stops. I'm up in Ekamai. I'm going to go to the movies. There's the Ekamai bus depot. I think it's less than $3 one way to Pattaya on the larger Greyhound-style buses. And this is famous Mark Wiens, YouTuber. This is little restaurant, Pad Mark. They also have a bowling alley upstairs here at the, what is it, Major Simplex? Sukhumvit and Expat. And they have total laser projectors, whatever that means. Here's the bowling alley. I've been up here one time where they're doing kind of a rock and bowl thing at 10 o'clock at night, had the DJ going and everybody's having fun. It's early right now. I think it's 3 in the afternoon. Kids just having fun after school. They do have a full stocked bar. It looks like it's 190 baht to bowl and 50 or 60 baht to rent shoes, if I saw that correct. I also hear a little rocking in the karaoke room. Here's one of the empty karaoke rooms. This one's pretty big. Must be for a birthday party or something. Little stage. So overall, this is a pretty nice movie theater. I paid 240 baht for a ticket today on Monday. I think on Wednesday they do 120 baht movie day. The wind's really howling. Normally means a storm's coming, but no rain right now. I'll consider myself lucky. It's about 6:45 here on Sukhumvit. Not much traffic for a Monday afternoon. Hey, so thank you so much for following me along as walk around Bangkok today. Plenty more videos to come. Consider subscribing. Thank you so much.